Hello and welcome to another episode of Techfanaticofficial videos, your guide to the Cryptoverse. So some of you asked me why I haven't been doing a video for a couple of weeks. It was partially because of market, but also a lot of projects in the background that I'm working with and they're launching, for example, Time Raiders. And I was looking for more exciting projects to share with you. So over next week, you're going to see a lot of nicer projects coming in. And today I'm excited to share with you about Wizardia, which is a Metaverse project, and it's a play-to-earn game, and it's more of a magic sort of project. Let's dive into it. So one of the key functions of this project is it's a player versus player, and also player versus enemy or player versus environment. So it's a turn-based game, role-playing game, and it's turn-based, and character progression is enabled there. So you can upgrade your characters, artifacts, you can do crafting with the magic, and you can basically obtain what you need during the battle in the arena. And it has a very sophisticated token economy and token model, which I'll cover more detail for you when we jump into it. So if you quickly look at the project and see the information. So as I mentioned, it's a play to earn, role playing, it's turn-based, it has a good economy, and it has a lot of focus on actually the NFT utility. So it's not only having the NFT just to have a character to play, but it actually has an NFT mechanism to earn token as well. And they're really unique. And they have a strong focus actually on the earning. But before jumping to it, they also have a pretty nice video on YouTube, which I'm gonna share it on my channel, on the sort of demo and the graphics you're gonna expect and the storyline of the project. So it's good that the project has a nice storyline, and it's also showing the graphics that they're capable of building. So they're calling it a AAA game. Now, there are multiple ways to earn in this project. There's a token cashback with the Wizardia token, which is a utility token. It's the main currency in the game, and you can use it to spend and purchase in the game. There's the time investment. What they mean is you can do farming and staking and sell them for the tokens to the other players. So you can stake and farm assets in the game as well. They've got wonder construction. So the realms that they have, you can build realm wonders using NFTs, and they're going to be source of passive income and power. And they also come as founders NFTs. They have wizards, which they have powerful wizard and magic basically in the game, and you can use them as NFTs and give them to the successors in the game. And they've got this proto spell discovery that people can discover, and the players can take advantage of it during the fighting, or you can sell it and you can find it in the game. The combat system is quite sophisticated as well. So it's turn-based, but it's important that where you're positioned and you're using the effective power of your characters in the game. So they've got the PvP and PvE, as I mentioned. And when you lose, you have to basically, the wizard must restore themselves to lose because you lose health, and you need to spend points to recover it over time in the battlefield. If you win, you get tokens, you can compete in tournaments. So they're gonna bring the esports into this as well, which is something I'm missing in blockchain gaming. And they have rank up and earning reward system, which is more common in the traditional gaming and something I really want to see here. Over the game, you can also build base. So if you have an anchored land, because they've got lands in the game, you can build your base and earn passive income through that as well. And different buildings in the game serve different purposes. You can grow your crops, you can farm resources, you can get threats, and also you can explore other areas in the game. Crafting is obviously an art for magician and experimentation, which you use recipes and you build different magic crafted, which means you can use the recipes available to everyone, or you can find your own and then use that to sell it to someone else as a bonus during the fights, or you can use it in your own fight with your enemies. They've got the Realm Wonder NFTs, and they also have, so with the Realm Wonder NFTs, you basically use the Realm Wonder as a teleportation portal, and you can share the power by renting it to others as a price, or you can use it as a passive income way of earning money or token in the project. And of course, you can sell it in the marketplace in the auction. And I'll talk much more about the NFT revenue generation. And they're saying the price is going to increase because they're doing 7 rounds. I'm going to cover this in more detail, but basically they're saying that you could get almost 100% ROI if they have 30K active daily users for this player. So this one I'm going to cover later on. And then they've got the Wizards NFT as well. So from the Wizard NFT, you can use them as the workforce, and you use them to track the, you train them, you unlock more assets and skill sets. And these are your characters. So the Wizards are your characters that you use in the game, and you fight, and you can get more and more. You can also lend them to others or rent them for passive income. And then they've got the spell NFTs, which is the recipes I mentioned, that you can share it with others or sell it in the auction, or you can use it for fighting with others. So as I mentioned, they've got the Realm Wonder NFT, which is more of the passive income item, which I'll describe further. They've got the Wizards, your characters for playing the game. And they've got the Proto Spell NFT, which is more of the spells that your characters are going to use. Now, if you jump into the token utility and token schedule, the utility of the token, you can use the token obviously for the fees, transaction fees when you're buying and selling in the marketplace, or in game for the in-game assets, in tournaments to participate in the tournaments. When you are discovering a spell, you need to use the tokens. When you're building your Realm Wonder construction, again, you need to have the tokens and the Wizard legacies as well. And then the tokens that you have in the vault for the project, they distributed back to the game for staking. So they have a vault, and they use that to give back to the community for staking, for completing quests and getting tokens, for rewards in PvP and PvE modes, and of course, event participations and tournaments. Now, in terms of the tokenomics, I'll look at the slides for the pricing and then move back. So the seed round, which was closed, is consisting of 5% of the total tokens, and the price was 6 cents. $900,000 was raised. Private round was $3.6 million raised at the price of 0.8, so at 8 cents. That's 15% of the total economy. And 4% is for the public round, which is raising also around $1 million. So that is a price of 12 cents. So the price from seed is doubled, which is not too bad considering the vesting schedule they're applying. And in terms of the play-to-earn and staking, 40% is allocated for play-to-earn and staking, which is huge. They have advisory and team token of 18%, which is very standard. They've got marketing and listing for 18%, some liquidity as well. The total for that is 100% of 300 million tokens. Now, if you look at it in more detail, so as I said, seed round, they'll get 10% on the token generation event. Then they have to follow a cliff of 2 months. And then they have a vesting of 12 months. So if you're a seed investor, you'll get the same number of tokens as the IDO round or community round, but then you have 2 months cliff. And that means the community gets more tokens in the first 6 months. The private round gets more token than the seed round, but then they have a cliff, and then there's an 11 months vesting period. And they also have the same for the influencers, part of the private round. 19 months for staking, 19 months for team and advisor, and 19 months for marketing and listing. And you can see the distribution of the token basically here. If you want to see all the months, they have a very elaborate, detailed plan for the next 20 months. The funds are being used, as you see, for the allocation. So around 24% was for raising, 40% is for community rewards and staking, less than 20% for the team, and then 18% for the marketing and listing for the project. Let's see if there's any more information about the token. No. Now we go to the roadmap for this project. So far they've done the game design and the community enrichment, the visual assets, and the Genesis NFT private sale. The first one finished in Q4, seed round and Launchpad onboarding happened in December, community increase. Right now, what they're doing is they're doing this decentralized and centralized exchange listing, smart contract audit, staking program, all will happen this month in March. And the NFT public sale is happening right now, which I'll cover in more detail. In terms of the roadmap, also the battle arena game, the alpha, is coming in April. So in 2 to 3 weeks from now, you can have a playable demo. Tournament system kicks in after that. And then they do the Wizard NFT sale, which is the character for the game. And they want to raise the community to 400,000 people. The Q3 will be listing on a tier 1 exchange. They will activate the tournaments for global tournament campaigns, building your base marketplace and going up to 600,000 members. In Q4, end of the year, integration with the VR and AR happens. Full game will launch. Mobile apps will be activated, and 800,000 community member is what they're targeting in terms of the numbering that they have. Now, looking at the team, they have actually a really experienced team. And it's good that you can check them on LinkedIn to verify the projects, or you could even come and see their background over here. I'll cover it maybe in the slide pack because that was more easy to read for me. So quickly having a look at the team. The CEO is an entrepreneur who's worked in different digital marketing and sporting good companies. The COO has worked in the digital marketing and social media area in companies as well, like Facebook and Shopify. And he's built solutions for different industries, such as car industry for Red Bull, Volvo, Ferrari, and then Nissan, Ford, Jaguar. So he's been very active in the automotive industry, as well as consumer good branding. The creative director has worked for many video games that are top tier. So Call of Duty, everyone knows Call of Duty, and Valkyrie, the crew Need for Speed, League of Legends, all other Call of Duty. So he's been really into the Call of Duty and League of Legends and Assassin's Creed, all AAA games. So that's great to see. In terms of the game design, they also have a consultant who has worked with also many smaller sized games and more mobile phone gaming. And their CTO has worked in many different engineering and technology companies. So they've got a really good team set up. And the director for the creative studios is someone who has great experience as a lead designer in gaming and one of their key assets. And the director of partnership also has worked in a lot of SaaS development areas. Now, in terms of their advisor, they've got Sandeep, who is from Trustpad, but he works also with a lot of projects. You've probably seen him in a lot of other projects. Danny from Illuvium. So they've got the CFO of Illuvium involved in this project. As you know, Illuvium is one of the most popular blockchain projects for gaming. Mars 4, you've probably heard of this last year, is also an advisor for this project. And Erta, unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to invest in it, but it did pretty well, this project. And it was a project I didn't cover in Game 5, but they have done pretty well in terms of gaming and metaverse. So it's good to see 3 successful sort of gaming metaverse experts, along with Sandeep being in the advisory panel. Now, in terms of the partnerships and investors, they've got Safelaunch. Stacker Ventures, I don't know about them much. DCI, so they are the pool VC. CRT Capital is a very good community-driven VC with really big projects. XNet Network, so they got Eric Su as a backer. I'm not sure about these VCs. They've got Golf Capital. They are also involved right now in UAE in a lot of good projects that I'm also invested in. Mangus Capital as well, same. And they've got Zen Capital, which is really good for GameFi projects. And also they have Launchpads. So TrustSwap and then No Seats, Enjinstarter, Trustpad, Roseon are some of the few launchpads that are involved. And CryptoFomo, who is a very popular influencer, he's also involved in the project. They've got Roseon Finance, Stacker Ventures as the DAO, and Ready Player DAO as well. And they've got a dedicated call group called Crypto Space Left, which is the largest German cryptocurrency capital and also KOL group basically in Germany. Now, in terms of the marketing, as you've seen in the website, they had a target to reach 200K total members by now. And this number actually can be verified when you come here. They've got 50K on Discord. They've got 45K on Telegram, 80,000 on Twitter, 155,000 on TikTok, and also in their mailbox. So they signed up to get email updates. So you can see and verify in Twitter how many people are there. And you see they have genuine followers because you see a lot of people that I'm part of are following the same group. And also because they work with a lot of DAOs and game guilds, that's why, and they give a lot of rewards and AMAs, that's why they get more and more and more people pushed in. Telegram group also I checked, it's not really botted, so it seems to be a legitimate social media campaign. So their social media team has done a good job, and it seems like they have a plan to develop quarter by quarter, which is really good. In terms of the KOL, also they've onboarded 150 KOLs for during and after the launch, and for a lot of KOLs who are from the gaming community, because obviously this is a GameFi project. In terms of Launchpads, they're going to launch on Enjinstarter, Trustpad, Safelaunch, NFTpad, Roseon Finance, Spores Network, and many others. They started from middle of March, and they'll continue their IDOs until the 22nd of this month. So right now, if you're part of Safelaunch, you could go, if you are a Safelaunch token holder, you could go and purchase token on Safelaunch. You could go to Spores Network. The sale is happening today. You could go Spores Launchpad and make sure you purchase the token. Obviously, right now is the VIP round, but in a few hours from now, they have the first come, first serve round for the whitelist people. And I actually recommend Spores Network as a good launchpad. They've got the Roseon Finance in a few hours as well. I was waiting for it. Oh, yeah, it's loading. So they've also got the whitelisting, and whitelisting is open now for the next few hours. And they're going to have the IDO in the next couple of days. And of course, my favorite launchpad, they've got the Enjinstarter IDO as well. And that's happening on the 22nd of March. Ticket size of around 250,000 worth of Wizardia token. It's going to be on Solana and Binance chain, actually. So not just Solana. And the platform allocation is 250K. Initial market cap is going to be $900,000. And you get 20% at TG. For Enjinstarter, you can always buy their tokens. And right now it's a good price. And stake it in their staking platform and participate in the IDO after you've completed your KYC. You might still have time if you jump in today. And make sure if you have any question, you can ask me, because I'm very close to Safelaunch, Spores, and Enjinstarter. I can always give you more information on how to participate. Right now, Spores actually is offering a really good way if you're a VIP to invest. They give you really good allocations. So much so for Enjinstarter as well, with the new model, which is focusing on staking. The launch is going to be on the 24th of March this month. So next week, they're going to have the token generation event for this project. And I guess, going to be PancakeSwap and Radium. I mean, you need to check on the Telegram, because they usually get more listing happening on those days. Now, in terms of the NFT sale, this is something I want to cover as well. So they're going to have their NFT sale continuously happening. So this is the third round. They sold out on the first two, and they're going to have 7 more rounds for this. Right now is the third round, and almost 20% of the NFTs has been sold. Now the NFT has a lot of utility. This is the Genesis NFT, and obviously you would be, the earlier you purchase the token, the higher passive income you will earn. You will also pay less as an early investor because it's cheaper. As you get more rounds, it's going to get more expensive, and the more players you have, the more income for you. So to explain this further for you, basically by getting this Genesis NFT, you have 2 ways to get an income. First way is to get automatic staking rewards before launch, and that's going to give you up to 77% APY for staking the NFTs. And the passive income from, so this is after. So again, before, right now, basically you can go and buy it and you can get APY. After they launch, for the fighting, every fight you do and every transaction that happens, you get royalty. So for resourcing tokens, rewards, and skill mastery, royalty comes to your NFT. In terms of the staking before launch, people who participated in round 1 paid 125 for an NFT, and they got 400 NFTs, and which is valued at $48 based on the public round of the project. And it's giving you an APY of 76% for the period you're holding. Now, later rounds, they're getting less and less. So now is round 3, is double the price, and you'll get 10% less APY for this price, of course. So you're still getting more tokens. You're getting $72 worth of tokens at this price, which is 600 tokens. But obviously, it's more expensive. And the more you pay, you get more NFTs, but you'll also have to pay more. Round 6 or 7, though, that's where you actually start earning less NFTs. So if you're getting in round 3 or 4 early, I would highly recommend that, because you would basically have the passive income. The tokens are locked, and then you would also enjoy the benefits afterwards. They have frequently asked questions, but basically it's on Binance, the token. And the payment options you have, I can show you in the next slide, but you basically earn based on the active daily user plays before, and also the staking reward, and when the game is released. Now, the tokens are also going to be unlocked once the game is launched. So as you can see, once the battle arena goes live, your staked NFTs will get unlocked. Now, here you can also go to the calculator to project how much revenue you can earn from the project. So for example, if you've participated in round 3, which is live right now, and you buy 1 NFT, and that's the token price, depending on daily active users, let's say the game gets 20,000 players, you can project to get a monthly income of $38 coming to you, plus staking rewards of 600. If you increase that, you get a monthly reward of 55. So the staking rewards is the token I just mentioned for you. You're going to get a passive income before launch from here. So these tokens are locked, and they'll be unlocked basically once the battle arena is launched. But the monthly ROI happens when the game starts being activated, and based on the active players, you'll get monthly income. So based on this, if you hold 1 NFT or more, you can have many, you can have unlimited. Sorry, I mean, many thousands, of course, not unlimited, but based on the income you have, you would get an ROI to an extent that you would get your money back in a matter of 5 to 6 months holding this NFT. And remember, you get some staking rewards right now, and the price of token is gonna go higher and higher. So that's something to be noting in terms of participating. Now, the good news is for you, I am having a code where I can get you a discount of 5% for these NFTs. So this round, the NFT is costing you $225. I could get you the NFTs for $213. I'll put the code and pin the code in the comment section and share it on my social media channel. And this is the discount code. Instead of paying $225, you will buy the NFTs for $213. Or you can pay with BNB, whichever you're comfortable with. So make sure if you're interested in the project, you want to get the passive income before and after launch, you participate in this. In terms of market has been pretty bad, but in the last few days, it's picked up a lot. It's been green last 7 days, as you can see. Now we have had positive impact. And right now, ApeCoin is basically a crazy project because they just launched today and it dropped from $50 to $8 and is now back to $14. And it's basically listed on every major exchange. Now, I think this is just the hype of the day. But what that means is that this is going to be listed, I think, on all exchanges around the world. Most of them are already there, but I think what also means it's going to flow the money. People take profit for sure. This is like a crazy, today they're aping and they're pumping it. People are going to take money from here, deploy it in other projects and also gaming projects. So I think the sentiment for Wizardia is very good, especially that they have a very elaborate plan for making money, but also playing. So not just play to earn, but play and earn. And the assets that you have, the NFTs, they're not only for trading, but they're also to ownership. So play to own and play to earn and play and earn. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. Please make sure if you're interested in the NFT, you use my code. And there's no benefit for me. They just gave it to me because of this video. So I'm not going to have any income from this. So you could use it without the code. It's just that you have to pay 5% more. But yeah, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you like my videos and comment on the comment section because your comments help me improve. And if you have any question about the project, reach out to me and I'll relay those questions to the project and come back to you. Thanks for watching this video. See you very, very soon.